American Express is fighting a war. The competition in the credit card game is really heating up in 2022. Wells Fargo is putting out competitive products, Chase is passing out some great limited time promotions, and now American Express has revamped a card to make it, well, more than competitive. This card actually looks like a great option for some folks. What's up guys, Luke here, coming to you again from quarantine. If my voice sounds bad or I have trouble enunciating words, it's because I'm still recovering and I wanted to get this information out to you guys before it becomes old news. Today, we're going to take a look at the American Express Blue Cash Everyday Card. Cashback cards are definitely gaining momentum right now, at least it seems that way. My guess is due to super high inflation and the fact that travel, which although is now available, is wildly unstable and a huge pain in the butt, it seems. It appears that American Express took a card that not very many people ever talked about, and those that did really only saw it as a starter card and turned it into a real viable option. Let's jump right into it. This week, American Express released the revamped and new and refreshed American Express Blue Cash Everyday Card. What's everyone's favorite thing about credit cards? Oh yeah, that's right, the bonus. This no annual fee card comes with a bonus of $200 in statement credit for spending $2,000 in the first 6 months of having the card. Pretty easy to do even if you are a lower spender. I do want to reiterate that the cash back is in the form of the statement credit. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. Not a bad bonus for a no annual fee card. So what does the card earn? Now, this is where the card really starts pushing its weight around and wading into the cashback competition. The card earns 3% cash back on US supermarkets with a $6,000 yearly cap. 3% cash back at US gas stations, again with that $6,000 a year cap. And here's where things get really interesting. 3% cash back on US online retailers, again with a $6,000 yearly cap, and 1% for everything else. Now, the card would not be complete without some coupons, which seems to be the biggest criticism of American Express. Apparently people hate free stuff. The card gives the user $7 cash back when they purchase the Disney Bundle. The Disney Bundle is the streaming service that includes Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu. And I think it's $13.99 monthly, but that comes to $84 back a year on a no annual fee card. To me, that's a great value because I actually can't watch Obi-Wan Kenobi if I don't have Disney Plus. And I can't order UFC pay-per-views if I don't have ESPN Plus. So your mileage may vary. Now, the card also gives the user up to $180 in yearly credits with Home Chef. This is in the form of $15 per month in true Amex fashion. I've never used Home Chef, but I am a fan of meal delivery services, so I think there is plenty of value here. Guys, if you've ever used Home Chef, please comment below and tell us how it is. Actually, if you've ever used any meal delivery service, comment below and tell us your thoughts on the value of that service. The card has some car rental protection, which seems kind of out of place for this card, but I wanted to mention it. And the card also comes with the American Express purchase protection. So there are the nuts and bolts. Let's talk about these changes and who the card could be good for. First off, I think the changes are very positive, and I think this card competes well with some of the other 3% cashback cards, such as the new Wells Fargo Autograph and the Capital One Saver One card. Now, obviously, they aren't exactly the same, but the trend of really good no annual fee cashback cards that actually have benefits is a great trend for our hobby. Now, before I say who this card is for and tell you some of the things I believe are not great about this card, do me a favor and hit that like button. It goes a long way towards helping with the YouTube algorithm, and it'll help get this video in front of a few more eyeballs. So who is this card for? Well, if you're team no annual fee cashback, I think it's worth taking a look, especially if you're fairly new to the game and you don't have a lot of cards. This one has 3 categories that most of us will use throughout the year. It's a great entry into the American Express ecosystem if transferable points aren't your thing. With no fees and a few ways to come out net positive, I think this card can find a place in a lot of wallets for folks with lower to moderate spending. And let's face it, there aren't a ton of great supermarket cards. Now, let me talk about some of the negatives, because while this card is pretty good, I don't think it solves a lot of problems. So let's say you are team no annual fee cashback. There are a lot of great options. Rotating category cards normally include gas and groceries at some point. Depending on your spending, these could be better, or they could actually complement the Blue Cash every day. Depending on where you get your groceries, there could be better options, such as the Target Red Card with 5% cashback, the Walmart credit card with 5% cashback, or even the Amazon Prime Visa for 5% cashback at Whole Foods. My biggest gripe with the American Express cashback cards is this: they don't give you cash back. It's statement credit, and I understand all our math nerds will suggest it's all the same when you run the numbers, but I will say this: psychologically, I enjoy seeing that cashback balance of real money build up into a separate account. It's very positive and motivating for me. This statement credit doesn't have the same effect. On the other hand, I think the 3% cashback with US online retailers is a hit. The only real competitor is the Bank of America card, and let's face it, if you don't have assets with the Bank of America or Merrill Lynch, then you likely don't have any cards with Bank of America. While on the subject of cashback and online shopping, this card could be the ultimate Rakuten companion card. We always recommend using a shopping portal for your online retail shopping. Rakuten is my favorite because they have all my favorite retailers, and it's super easy to use. Sometimes there are deals with up to 12 to 15% cash back. Now combine that with the 3% cash back from the Amex Blue Cash every day, and we're getting into some serious, exciting territories. Use my Rakuten link below and you can get $30 cash back on your very first purchase. So there it is, guys. It's not a mind-blowing, earth-shattering new card, but it's a great option for some folks, and I think American Express will be issuing quite a few of these cards with the revamp. If you like this type of content, subscribe to the channel. We upload consistent, relevant content in the credit cards, points, miles, and travel spaces, and I will likely never spam you with unrelated content. Also, if you want to support my channel, I have plenty of links below that include services I personally use to book cheap flights with CashFare. That service is called Scott's Cheap Flights, and a service I use to find all my award space flights called Award Logic. Use my links below and check out those services. Guys, if you have stayed all the way to the end, I appreciate you and I thank you.